Is hot take means it's controversial, but also like a fire take.
Not
And if
really.
someone's like, "Nah, that take is cold," it's a bad take.
Because I could be like,
take.
hot take. I don't know what is something.
And then if I
that
agree
would
with
be-
you, I'm like, yeah, that's a hot take. And then if I don't agree with you,
Yeah,
it's
'cause
like,
it's
nah, that's a cold
uncommon.
take.
Anyways, tea is fucking trash.
Cold take.
Hey,
Bad
Alan,
take.
Yeah. Hey.
You drink coffee?
Not really.
You like jazz?
Occasionally.
What do you drink? Actually, don't answer that.
Water. The answer is water.
Water.
I'm a crippling water addict.
It's just straight grain alcohol or nothing else.
Mead.
I didn't want to say it, but
I've tried to like mead. I can't get into it.
mead is fucking weird, man.
I've never had mead before because
You
I've
don't.
never drank before.
It's alright, but I've had better.
That's right, kids. Stay off the alcohol.
I guess you could say
Yeah.
it's pretty mediocre.
God fucking can we get a new member of Arcana check, please?
I'm working on it.
Damn.
Cool. We got anyone
Wow.
on the lines there? That was just so incredibly. That was interesting.
Thank
Puns
you.
have been getting worse and worse.
That's how you know they're getting better.
No.
Yep. I
Oh.
take the notes here. You sit down.
You do take the notes.
All right. Getting ready here to launch in just a minute.
Okie doke.
Yeah, let's give it a few for some people to roll in.
How about yeah? I might have to take another Tylenol.
Take another Tylenol. Allergy season's got me just broke over here in the Midwest right now. All the trees are starting to bud up, and my nose is about ready to run away off my face.
I just have a migraine. I
Uh,
fortunately do not have allergies.
I don't know how anyone can live in the Midwest with allergies. It's rough.
It's certainly
Painfully.
something.
I didn't know that I had them until COVID. So like literally the spring of 2020, the world's in a perpetual state of like, you should be afraid of everything. The sniffles, it's COVID. Did you wake up with a crick in your neck? It's probably COVID.
You're dying.
And
you
so
have
I was,
cancer, it's probably COVID.
yeah, I was hyper aware of like every tiny little like thing going on in my body. And so I was just like, okay, I got to get over this. So like I went to the allergist and they were like, oh yeah, you are allergic to basically all plants in Ohio for 9 months out of the year. I'm like, oh, great.
Well, that's
exactly what you want to learn.
it's because you live in Ohio. It's God. God getting you back for being in Ohio.
Saying you need to move. And I'm just like, okay, Seattle it is. Let's go.
Yeah.
See, I'm in the opposite. My allergy season is winter.
You're allergic to snow?
I have a really bad allergy to dust, so when I'm inside a lot.
I was like, what?
Yeah, man, snow, frozen water in particular gets me every time.
Yeah.
Really gets me.
So confused.
I mean, you are a warforged, I mean.
I don't have diseases.
Him as a human being is actually.
I'm
He's not
saying-
actually a robot.
What?
Will?
What? No, it's a lie. It's a lie, Alan. He's a robot.
Alan,
He's-
you know nothing about me.
My, don't talk to me.
Oh, no.
No, not you. Stop.
That's the thing,
So both
Alan.
the voice.
We're all
Just
robots.
you wait until I make a warforged who just talks like Siri.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
You wait.
Yes.
The
Yes.
whole time just
Yeah,
oh
but
no.
it has to be.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
You'd have to play like a high intelligence character that was like proficiency in like.
No, she's like really stupid. Really dumb.
But she has to nail those history checks.
Exactly.
So
different
always
terms.
referencing web documents.
I'll have like be furiously Wikipedia searching on my other monitor here, just like the whole time.
Offer ways for the party, like, you know, if you subscribe today, then we can offer this service as an improvement to your plan. Do you wish to just say yes?
We've been trying to reach you about your wagon's extended warranty.
Oh my god.
Oh, I got one of those yesterday.
For your wagon's extended warranty, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a couple people trickling in here. I think it's about 10 after the hour, so we should probably
Let's
do it.
started. You guys want to do any announcements? Anything anybody needs to know about?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Arcana Check. Hello. I'm still the same person I was 2 weeks ago. These are all still the same people they were 2 weeks ago, except SJ is alive.
I'm back. I'm here.
Gonna let our lovely DM play the game now, but thanks for being here. Good morning, good day, whatever time it is for you.
All righty then. Welcome back to Bastion, a D&D 5th adventure with the lovely folks here from Arcana Check. I am Chris, the DM for this adventure. As we do a brief recap, we find ourselves in the Isle of Bastion, formerly, in the ancient age, the Isle of Chantera, home to the ancient elves and gnomes, here on the western coast. Well, it's the eastern coast, across the western sea, far away from the Sword Coast and the Forgotten Realms as is written in canon. But in the valley, the city of Allengil, home of the festival of the vernal equinox, the party has recently left in search of one of their companions' brothers. We have Kelpy Tuffet tracking after the culprits that took his brother Jim, knowing that they were heading southward towards a destitute place, a forest that has succumbed to an ancient evil where once a dark tower rose from underneath the canopy, high above, and now a grim darkness has taken hold. To get there, they are going to have to travel through the valley south, where they have been provided a wagon, until they have come to the town of Bleakwood. Camping for the night at the South Basin Lake, they are going to make their way early in the morning as the birds begin to chirp and head into the kind of gloom that begins to get denser and darker here in the world. For those of you who have traveled this far south before, including Kelpy, who has come north up this route but a few days earlier, you would know that Bleakwood is just a blip on the map, a small kind of two-horse town that has a large fortified wall along the South River as sort of a bulwark against whatever dark things may come up from the tortured forest to the south, known as the Anguished Vale. The Bleakwood sits along Willow Creek, and it is guarded by the Crown Guard, a detachment that the royal guards of the main city of Bastion proper don't really care for. It is an outpost that is boring and wrought with some danger, and so they kind of lament being sent there. You guys are currently entering the gloom. And let us switch to the Anguished Vale region. A few hours earlier, the previous day, halfway down the valley road, you did end up coming across a strange corpse. A somewhat young green dragon that had been kind of clawed and snapped at. While this was, a half day's journey back, the thought does cross your mind what may lurk in this forest that could do such a thing to such a large and dangerous creature. As you get probably a mile or so out from Bleakwood, it almost becomes dim light again as there's this constant haze that floats in the air. Who is going to be leading the cart and driving at this point?
I
I believe I did the last one.
So I guess it's my turn. Moss and I were just like holding the reins together. Well, like a little team.
Yeah, that's what was going on last time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gonna keep changing the map up on you just to keep you on
Keep
your
you on your
toes.
toes. Yeah.
A fine mist of a rain kind of begins to kind of pour into the air as you enter the outskirts of Bleakwood proper. Large hedgerows kind of are crowded by these gnarled, deciduous trees that reach out high up into the canopy into this old wood. The ruts in the ground deep, eventually giving away to large cobble that is covered in clumps of wood and clumps of mud and kind of pooling water. Few people sit out along the streets here, even though it is early in the morning. A large cemetery sits outside of a temple dedicated to the morning god Elmater. Passing into the city center here, you pass a place that you may have stayed in prior, the Lion's Pride Inn, a large two-story structure that sits right here against a backdrop of a small field. To the west, a celebration square where once its prideful people would declare victory against the horde as the king rode through town. The statue in King Peter's name sits in front of a large pair of almost palisade walls to the south, as large jutting spikes in this half-dug redoubt sort of protrude outward towards the south of Willow Creek, offering a warning to those who may attempt to assault. As you get down closer to the statue of Peter Aldrich, the former king, you see that currently the large gate is sealed shut, and a detachment of crown guards stand watch at the two towers, and it would appear that the transit through this town has been sealed off.
That is unfortunate. You said we're at the gate, right?
Yeah, if you guys want to drag your tokens onto screen and just sort of, we can maybe just sort of do placement that way as far as like if you go to different areas.
Oh, okay. How do I?
Should be able to click your name and then left click, hold, drag, drop.
Aha! That. It's the name in the little newspaper thing, not the one above. Or not the one that just has the little colors next to it, if you guys are confused. Actually, I can just... Here. There you go.
Thanks.
I got you. Are they paying us any attention at all?
Not really. So there is a guard in either tower. There is a small, it's almost like a barracks. It's a converted house directly to the east. And it is a bit more fortified than the other structures. And then there are two guards up in the main tower above the portcullis and like the large gate that is now sealed shut.
I don't think they're gonna let us through, guys.
DM, can you like describe these guards again? Sorry, just for more clarification. Like, are they human? Are they?
From where you're standing, it's hard to tell. They look humanoid. They could be half elves or humans or elves. And they bear the markings of the crown, so they are royal guards who are filling this detachment here in town.
Gotcha. And they're like up in those towers?
Yes.
I'm gonna shoot.
Okay. Nah. Nadine's gonna kind of like do kind of like a this thing to try and be like, and then kind of turn back to the group and be like, so I'm not seeing an easy way through other than talking to someone or something. Well, you know what I mean. Do we want to try and talk to the guards, or would it be better to try and speak to a townsfolk?
I mean, I don't think the townspeople can open the door.
Well, we might be able to find out why it's closed.
They also might have seen whoever came through originally, Jim.
Oh, true,
If
true.
they passed this way.
So you said these guards, they are like an offshoot of the guards from Bastion, the city itself?
Yes.
All right, so
Oh.
they would have been there, right?
It's yeah. When you are issued a deployment like this, like it's for months and months at a time.
Got it. Talok will sort of turn to the group. He's probably been silent most of the last leg of this journey. He sort of looks towards the statue of King Peter, looks towards everyone else. Don't think I really want to talk to the guards right now, but we can probably ask around the town.
Oh, okay. So, where do I park this thing?
Right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
in the stable, just off to the left,
Oh, that's a better idea.
Oh, no, I'm just gonna leave it here. I mean, nobody's coming through the road anyway.
We might get a parking ticket. We should put it in.
Oh,
the
well,
stable.
they should open the damn door then. huh?
Parking ticket?
Yeah, it's a lot of the guards. Sometimes they will issue tickets for wagons unattended in places they shouldn't be.
Well, not unintended. There's a horse.
You'll have to pay like 20 gold or something.
There's
Well,
two
horse?
horses.
But yeah, there's two of them.
So
If
how is it
anything,
unattended if there's two horses?
If anything, the horse is gonna pay the fine.
You know,
I don't know if the horse has any money.
it's
Hey,
not.
man.
A little bit.
You see, the horses are the problem.
You have any money, horse?
Oh my.
I don't think he has any money.
You hear a slight whistle come down from the tower above the gate.
Oh, wait, what? Hello?
Pardon me, but I'm afraid. What are you doing?
We're just trying to find the place to park our wagon. Is the stable open?
I mean, we don't have to park. Well, yeah, I still kind of want to stop for a minute. Never mind.
Just do what you will off to the wood line. You could put it with the other wagons, maybe.
What if I just leave it here?
No, don't leave it there. We'll have to tow it. But no, you could just over there to the west, past the square. There's another wagon or two that came through. They're parked there as well, and they've got their horses stabled. So you could do the same. Park the wagon, escort your horses, talk to Exigen, and you could keep the horses in the pen for the evening. The border road is not going to be open until at least tomorrow morning. There was a report of foul creatures in the woods to the south. Standard procedure, we have to keep it closed for 2 days. But tomorrow at sunrise, it should be open again.
What kind of foul? Like they smell funny or they eat people?
I didn't think to ask, but presuming the latter.
That's a big distinction for your job. I feel like that would have been the first thing I asked, but okay.
I just follow the orders. Bakara tells me what to do, and I listen.
Who's that?
Who's Kara?
Bakara, Sergeant Bakara is the senior official here from the Crown. He's the one that watches over this detachment. He can be found inside the barracks here to the east, but he's run afoul with a bit of a drink problem here recently, so he probably won't be up for another hour or two.
Nadine starts to walk towards the barracks.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna leave my horses here. Thank you. I just hop up and start walking on stuff. What are they gonna tow? A bigger horse? Come on.
The guards are like, Dick, do you want to get this one? I got the last one. All right, so what are you guys gonna do?
I put my wagon parking brake on.
Got it, like the club.
Put my blinkers on.
Yeah.
Put my hazards on my wagon.
Talok holds up his arcane focus and hear a beep beep.
Cast thaumaturgy to put hazard lights on.
They ain't towing shit. I guess we go wake this guy up. He said that people came through here and they're still here. Maybe we caught up to them. Maybe the bad guys are here.
Talok, would you like to check in the inn?
How are we
Honestly,
gonna-
I would rather not entangle with these guards too much.
Are we gonna split up?
Maybe
Sure.
one of us should attempt to park the wagon so we don't lose it.
Talok
Ah.
and I can park the wagon, and we'll go check in the inn with
We
any
can-
of the
Okay, and then we'll talk to this guy.
Yeah.
cover more
Cool.
ground.
Well,
Alright.
yeah.
According to the guard's instruction, west of the celebration square, which is kind of over here in the wood line, several others have parked wagons who are also stuck here kind of overnight and delayed. And then Exitrin is a stable master and works out of this facility here and manages the stables. It would be possible to park your wagon and then basically escort the horses to the stable to be sort of let in and kept, should you wish to make arrangements with the stable master.
Alright. Well, let's go do that, Moss.
And then Kelpy and I are going to go try and find this guy in the barracks to try and get us through faster, I'm assuming is our plan.
Yeah, yep. I'm already like standing in front of this door. Just
Alright.
staring at you.
Nadine and Kelpy head that way. You guys can head to the opposite direction. And since you guys were kind of closest to the guard house, you walk up to a very secure looking wooden door with kind of built-in brackets of hammered metal kind of riveted in to provide extra security. And kind of pound away at it for a moment, maybe attempting the lock. It doesn't open up. And in a moment's time, you can kind of hear shuffling and the clunking of like scale armor. And eventually, another crown guard makes their way to the door, where they slide a kind of a window in the door just a bit to the left and peer at you with just a bit of a helmet in view in their eyes. And you hear a young woman's voice. Yes, traveler, villager. How can I help you?
I am sitting there with my banjo and I do a very dramatic like pluck of it. Hello. How's it going?
Very good, stranger. Please state your business.
What were we asking them again? I forgot.
We're here to see the out of character. What was the name of that person again?
Sergeant is Sergeant Teddy Bear.
Sergeant
We're here
Bakara.
for Sergeant Teddy Bear.
We're here to see the sergeant. It's very important and extremely urgent.
I think his name was Bebop or something.
We know his name. It's just that we're so cool and powerful that we need to see him immediately. It's very important.
I'll see what I can do. And you hear, footsteps, and in a moment you kind of just hear a growling masculine voice just heavy footsteps are followed by the door swinging widely open. A blue dragonborn man in almost half plate armor with a bit of a pot belly stands before you and just gives you just this despicable look and just says, "What is it that is so important that you would come and wake me during my recovery hours?"
Oh, sorry about that. Well, I tell you what, we're a couple of people looking for my my brother. He was kidnapped, and we think the kidnappers came through this town. So I was wondering if you've seen anything like that at all.
And we also need to get through the gate. Like,
Oh yeah, that
now.
too.
That's impossible.
Do you work
Why?
for the moon god?
No,
Are you the wrong people?
Kelpy,
Don't know what
Kelpy.
you are
Okay.
talking about.
No, you're okay.
Uh, no one has gotten through, and no one will be getting through for until at least what is it tomorrow? Tomorrow, at least. So, if your brother is kidnapped, then you should file a report, and we'll see if anyone has seen him. But no one has passed through. And when did he go missing?
How many days has it been? Like in game? Has it even been a day yet? I don't.
Probably
Recently, somewhat
roughly a day
recently,
ago, right?
he
We've
went
been
missing in
traveling though.
Bastion.
Well, maybe he's not even kidnapped. Maybe he's just out.
No, I
Maybe-
mean he got kidnapped. We went and handled some of his kidnappers' associates and whatnot. You know.
Well, I will be ready for an audience within the hour if you want to register a formal complaint, and we'll get the guards to keep an eye out for that. Other than that, I would perhaps ask any of the guards on standby if they had seen anything, and do your due diligence and look through the village. Also, enjoy your stay in Bleakwood.
Nadine's gonna try and like get his attention one more time and be like, is there any possible way we can get through now? Anything we can help you with? We heard there was a monster threat. If we can help clear the monster threat, would you let us through now?
I presuming that there was proof of something being taken care of, then yes, we could presumably open up the gate a little sooner, but it's just tomorrow.
Well,
Yeah, but I mean,
if
my
you could
brother's
tell us
kinda-
about this.
No, you
Sorry.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you could tell us about this monster threat, maybe we could take care of it for you.
I just know what it is that I've been hearing. So, yeah, I would talk to old Snakebite about it.
Who? The
Snakebite,
hell is
he
his name? Snakebite?
his name is Valuni, but everybody calls him Snakebite.
Why?
You'll have to ask him.
He probably got
Was he
bit by
a
a snake.
snake? Yeah, that
I'd
would be my
imagine.
conclusion. I
Maybe
guess.
he
Maybe
bites
he
snakes.
maybe he bites snake. Do you think he like eats snakes?
Anyways, hey, that's not what we gotta.
Right.
Anyway, look, see, I got this thing, and I show him my little medallion. I got this for killing a monster and bringing proof, so I can do it again.
That's wonderful. It's great to have monster hunting people around. There may not be a monster. There's just rumors that something has been stalking large game and farm animals and the like. Something snapping trees in the darkness. And rummaging down through the river valleys here to the south. It's gone on for a couple of weeks now, but it never seems to happen in the same place. Well, we're just being as just well prepared as we can to prevent any unwanted death. So I would say yes. Talk to Valuni. And then perhaps see if he can point you in the right direction. He can be found. He runs the Lion's Bride up on the main street. You can't miss it.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Good morning. Shuts the
Good
door.
afternoon. Oh,
Okay, well,
let's go. Let's go meet Snakebiter.
Where are we going? Oh, where did he say he was again?
At the Lion's Pride.
I wasn't listening.
As you head back that direction, meanwhile, as the ox cart or as the horse cart kind of makes its way through the celebration square, you can see that there are several villagers who are opening up tents and cleaning things off, sweeping the street despite the rain with large, bristled, stiff brushes. And it looks as if the center gazebo is being prepared for something. A large like hulking man carrying a large keg props up his prize on top of a broad table covered by a tent to keep it out of the rain, and he begins stacking just tin cups and other implements around, and you see a vendor nearby setting up a small shop where little like silver and bejeweled kind of tooled jewelry pieces are kind of being displayed for sale. And it would appear that there is some kind of an event going to be happening here soon. Going around the square and entering the ruddy mud, you see kind of cradled away to the west, nestled in some trees, are at least 2 wagons that you can see that are draped with fineries. And there appears to be a small table set out, almost as if to have a picnic, and 3 figures stand huddled out in the rain, 2 of them strumming like lutes, and just chatting amongst themselves.
You know, Moss, I really hope they remember to ask if any of the guards saw, anyone bring Jem through the town. Oh, look, some people.
I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Um,
Does that spot look good right there for you?
Nah, it's probably fine. Moss,
Perfect.
Moss.
Yes.
I would appreciate if we could keep appearances low here. It looks like Nadine and Kelpy are a bit gung-ho about talking to everybody, and that's great. We can get information that way. But I don't want to be seen by the guard.
Are you wanted?
No, not wanted. Not wanted.
Do they consider you a monster?
Sort of looks at you a bit. Something like that. Just... I don't know if it's a problem here. We're a bit off the grid in this town, but just to play on the safe side.
Are they going to consider me a monster?
I sort of tap him on the shoulder, hear like a dong dong. Well, maybe not in the same way. I think they'd be more intrigued by you.
You guys park the cart, and you can see that the 3 figures standing near and the other 2 wagons, kind of one of them turned, lightly strumming the lutes, gazing straight at you as you begin to unyoke the horses. Kind of cocks their head just slightly a little bit, and then just begins to kind of lightly dance, strumming music in the drizzling rain as it starts to let up. One of them turns around, and you can see a hood fly back, where a rather attractive female-looking elf gives you a bit of a curtsy and a nod, and the other one turns around and removes her hood as well and gives you a slight wave.
I'll do like a very regal bow back.
Good day. It's fine weather we're having.
The still hooded figure kind of approaches a little bit, strumming the lute, and so he gives just this daring just this great bow, pressing the whole leg forward, and then his head almost being able to like yoga bend down to touch his knee, then stands back up nice and tall with the hood flying back, an elvish man. And as the three of them kind of approach, you realize that they are very, very similar. The two women, twins, the brother, possibly a twin as well. This pair of triplets all kind of give you a formal greeting, and they kind of hold their instruments in one hand, each giving another bow, and saying, "It is good weather, and good morning to you two both, fellow travelers, heading through Bleakwood. What good fortune that you get to stay and watch our performance tonight."
Oh, you're performing. Performers.
We are, yes. I am Darren, and this is Daya, and this is Dahlia, my sisters. We are traveling performers.
Well, that is intriguing. What is your performance? What do you do?
Oh, is song and dance to enchant the mind. We are the three muses. It is what we do. Here, let Dahlia and Daya show you. I will play, they will dance for you.
Well, I do love music. I sort of turn towards Mossy. Talok look a little concerned and a bit awkward at this. Like, this is not what we came for, but he's being polite.
We do have a performer with us as well. Maybe you guys can do a performance together.
Perhaps, but we are jealous. Sometimes we love the spotlight. So, here, listen and watch. As he begins to strum, the two sisters laying down their instruments begin to kind of go into these very rehearsed, fluid, almost moving as one simultaneously in the same patterns. They're kind of dripping slightly wet dresses, flicking little bits of water as they spin and bow and dance. And after a moment of watching and listening to the music, both of you feel elated. And if you do not already, go ahead and add a point of inspiration to your character sheets.
All right.
As they kind of get close to you and kind of put their hand up on your chest and give you like a fake little sassy smack and then, dance away. As the brother Darren continues to bring the song to a close, they all bow and then say, "It is a good evening to you both. We will be performing when the sun goes down. You can join us here afterwards for food if you'd like. But until then, we must rehearse."
Right, well,
Looking forward to it.
good day.
Enjoy the weather. Have a good day.
Making your way back, you guys have the option. You can either tie the horses up where they're at with the ox or with the cart, or you could take them to Exitrans.
That was odd.
It was. Is it gonna cost us to the horses in the stable?
I suppose we can always ask.
It might. I mean, boarding at a delivery, shouldn't be free.
Well, then it's better for the horses to be in the stable, I suppose.
Never been my strong suit with money.
Well, I should have enough even if there's a charge, so... yeah, we'll bring it to the stables.
All right. As you approach the stables, you see a half-elven man standing out, elderly, with kind of a scraggly, wiry, gray beard, and his kind of broad leather hat that lets the receding amounts of rain kind of drip off, who is standing in like tall leather boots out in the slight mud of this stable. And before him is a absolutely gorgeous, like thoroughbred horse with the blackest matte midnight hide that you've ever seen. The horse itself almost, it looks as if it's absorbing the light. And its eyes black as coal. And he kind of sets aside his large, broad wooden brush and comes up to you and says, "Greetings. I'm Exetron, and it looks as if you have a horse with you. Are you looking to board it here for the evening? Both of
Yes.
these?
Yes.
Very good. I can do that for you. Here, let me hop over. I climb up. It's not as limber as I used to be.
I'll help him up.
Thank you, son. Now, staying overnight here, it's no doubt not your fault. Sometimes they close the gate, unfortunately. So I do give you a bit of a discount here. I've also got supplies inside. It's Exetron's Tack and Supply, so please buy anything that you wish to buy. And I can watch the horses here for you over the evening. And I saw you admiring old Prince Scotty here. Yes, he's quite the beauty, isn't he?
Oh, old Prince Scotty, huh?
Yes, Prince Scotty. That was his racing name.
I see.
This horse is a prince.
That's what they named him.
I'll sort of go over and sort of pet the mane.
Bastion.
The horse is a little standoffish. It's very, very strong, even though it's retired at this point. Thoroughbred in nature, standing probably close to 5.5, 6 feet at the shoulder. Just this massive beast. And you can't help but kind of get like Dark Horse in the Woods vibes from it. Although it doesn't have like emaciated skeletal tissue and like a big crooked horn growing out of its forehead.
Yeah. How?
You can make me an Arcana check or a History check if you'd like.
Ooh, which one is better for me? Let's find out. It is. I think they're the same. Yeah, they're the same. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's a 17 plus 6.
So
23.
as the okay, that's better than that. All right, 23. You would know, historically speaking, specifically in Queensburg, which is west of the capital, heading towards the King's Road. There is and has been historically a very active horse racing, society. And there are pockets of elemental power on the island itself that will sometimes imbue natural creatures with abilities. And so while it is possible to, see every once in a while something like a Bryn Mare or something like that to where like it would be a horse literally touched by the plane of fire, there are others as well. This particular horse looks as if it has been touched by the shadow, and quite presumably possesses some sort of inherent abilities that a creature from the Shadowfell may possess, although it is not like a fully blooded creature of that nature.
Interesting. Huh. I like you, Prince. Sir Exetron. Is this beautiful horse up for sale?
I'm afraid when Prince Scotty here was retired, I bought him myself. I used to watch him race during his heyday. I used to be able to leave some of the other horses in the dust. It was almost as if he were able to ride on roads not seen.
You've been to the races in Queensburg.
And in my youth, yes.
Oh well. You sort of go to like shake his hand.
No need. I'm just an old gambler. That's all.
That's wonderful, but a horse like this, he doesn't belong in a stable. This is a kingdom of horses. Prince is a wrong name for him.
Presumably, he should be out living a better life at this point, but I don't know what else to do with him.
I could take him off your hands. I live a quite adventurous life. He'd be out on the roads.
I think he's going to be best suited to a lifestyle that somebody who better understands what's going on with him and his his
Well,
situation.
That is exactly why I'm curious about him. Recently, I've encountered another horse very similar to him. Haven't had the time to research it, but this could bring me closer. It would help him as well. I could figure out more about him.
There's not much of a horse like him around before. He's pretty unique.
I don't know.
I tell you what, we'll talk more about it. Let me get your horses boarded. Perhaps swing by the store at some point. We can talk about it. But right now, I don't know you, son. You seem nice enough.
I understand.
Okay, well, be careful out there. They've got the road closed for some reason. Can't be a good one.
Well, hopefully we can help out a bit around here. But yes, let me get the rest of my entourage together, and we will come back and see you about this horse.
All right.
Sort of give the horse one last pat. Give him awkward thumbs up.
As you guys pass away through the cobble and eventually make it, you see Kelpy and Nadine kind of heading into the Lion's Pride, a large kind of roaring Alderic symbol, kind of barely visible, once gilded in golden paint, carved out on the wooden sign hanging high above the square. This blue building here that backs up against a small field that is currently being seeded and planted here in the spring. And as you guys step foot inside the Lion's Pride, you are met with a very bleak scene. The entire interior of this space is barely warmly lit at all. More gray and darkness, the kind of remnants of the rain falling off the roof and kind of leaking down, bits of water kind of pouring through the ceiling where there is some damage above. And behind a kind of poorly kept bar is a gnome that has a rather large amputation on his left, kind of just past the elbow. And you can see that there is a almost like a mechanical like pincer that basically has been crafted for him that he like claws around with. And you basically see him perk up as soon as you walk in.
Oh, great visitors! Come on in. Fancy yourselves a breakfast or lunch or something?
Sure. I haven't eaten.
Good. Let old Snakebite take care of us. Yes.
Oh, we were looking for you.
But I'm not going to say no to food, so we should definitely get food. Nadine's like kind of like waters at the mouth a little bit at the mention of food.
And that's a good sign. That's probably the first good thing that's happened to us is the guy who we're looking for wants to feed us.
It is a good thing, yes. Come in. I don't know what much of we have here. Got a bit of a. Do you all into the baked goods of sorts?
Anything. And
Sure.
yes, any food you have, all food's food.
Oh, very good. Yes, we have a nice pie from the sheep. They're kept behind the village, and it is quite tasty. If you're into sheep, it is a nice mutton. It's very good. It's got a bit of parsnips and potatoes in it, with a bit of a gravy. It's a nice bready crust. It's very filling.
Nadine is practically foaming at the mouth, being like, yeah, how much?
I'll give it's a pie is a silver piece each. So to one for
Wait,
the
do I
three.
have money?
I-
Sorry.
I slapped 4 silver pieces down. There you go.
Very good. Thank you very much. Let me warm these up here just above the stove. I gotta fire it up a bit. It's been a dull morning, so I don't really have anything ready. And I'll be right with you. And you see his little hook for his amputation prosthetic has these 2 like claws in it that are just like just stick into the bar top. And he says, "Sorry about that. It happens from time to time."
I love him.
Old
I love
snake
this man.
bite.
So, it could be just a few. He hops behind and heads into a small kind of open kitchen where you can see him from the bar. And he just yells back, "Help yourselves if you want to get something to drink. The cups are right there. I've got a couple of bottles of wine or something lurking about. You'll just have to dig for them."
Nadine will dig.
Are we
Nadine will
drinking?
attempt to help herself for some wine.
You see in the back, he begins to prepare the food. And nearby, at a small table, you see a human man with a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow finishing up some sort of beverage as he is kind of reading a small folded letter manuscript.
Oh my, there's a dog in this tavern.
It's me.
I'm definitely afraid of dogs, guys.
Hey, what's that supposed to
Nadine,
mean?
stop barking like that, man.
Oh, sorry guys. My bad. It's just I really love pie. It's just kind of a bit.
Man, this place is kind
So,
of
yeah.
quaint.
So, Kelpy, we should
Yeah.
talk to him and, get as much
What were we
information
supposed
as we can about the whatever's in the woods, right?
Oh yeah, that's what
But
we
I
were
also
talking about.
want to make sure we don't, I don't. You're much better of a talker than I am. Maybe let's just make sure we don't startle him. So maybe let's keep the kidnapping talk to the lowest. We don't really know who is on what. I just worry that if the kidnappers are still in town, then maybe we should keep it more private.
Well, that's a good thing if they're still in town. Then we can get them.
Oh, we're all
Well-
together now, right?
He said
Are you guys?
that you saw us coming in, so I imagine you're like walking over.
Maybe.
DM.
He's dealing with his puppet dogs, I think.
No,
But
it's all right. No, I'm back.
Oh.
So, yeah, sudden visitors. As you guys are going to kind of grab Snakebite and start talking to him about some stuff. Like, what was the plan?
Oh, it was partially stalling, but we're just waiting for Snakebite to come back, and then we're gonna talk to him about like what's in the woods. If we can get out there early, try and kill something, that's the gist. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, just a brief moment. He brings back your guys' food. You've managed to kind of dig out from beneath the bar where a shelf was, and kind of behind some rubbish. You do find a couple of bottles that are still drinkable. And he sits with you, and the gentleman in the corner, sort of lurking, I guess you could say, pays you really no heed. He's kind of sitting like across the interior space on the opposite side, kind of near a open window, peering out to the north. As you get the opportunity, go ahead.
sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can I just do like an insight check on Snakebite, just to see kind of like if we
To
can
deduce.
gauge kind of more like what's our best tactic of convincing him to give us the best word to go through the gate early.
Hell of
If
an
that makes
insight.
sense. Like, what are his motives? What are his like? What's makes this guy tick? Like, I don't know if that's. Am I describing what I want to do here?
Yeah, presumably. I mean, yeah, you could make me an insight. We'll see.
Any kind of hint of anything? Yeah. That is an 18.
Okay. So just looking about the place, you can deduce that not a lot of people frequent here. Everything is a total mess. He is eager to serve anyone that is willing to come through. You are getting like his full attention. It would appear that this is infrequent for him to have this kind of company.
He's so sweet.
Knowing that, I mean, you might be able to kind of butter him up a bit.
Okay.
I noticed that the four of you, I don't recognize your faces, so you're not from in town. What brings you by our quaint little village?
I just stare at Nadine, like sweating, like wanting to
Um,
spill the beans.
Well, we're traveling to see my friend Kelpy's here brother. He's very, very sick, and it's actually very, very urgent that we get through town, but we noticed that the gates were closed due to some kind of monster issue in the woods or something. So we spoke to the guardsman, which was really, and she's like pulling this completely out of her ass as she's like heaving food into her mouth. So it's like um and just in between like monstrous like chomping and bites. It's like and essentially we were gonna come by here anyways because we heard that the food and wine was delicious and just like incredible and of course like your hospitality was mentioned to us by many many people throughout town. Um but the guards said that we should come to you to see if there was any way we could help handle whatever issues going on that's causing the gates to be closed. She's just like yeah.
All
I
right.
would- Okay.
That yeah. I mean, any help would be good. Well, I tell you, I've had talks here, and it would appear that some of the local animals seem to be missing. This has happened for the past couple of weeks. It wasn't like this before, but I think something's getting to them. The guards don't seem to pay much attention, saying that, nature will take its course and that sometimes things run through the woods that, will, wander off when they find greener pastures. But I tell you, I was having a conversation the other night when Exitron came in, and he's the stable master, kind of catty corner down the road just a bit. He was telling me that one of his horses had been acting funny the last couple of weeks, and he thinks the darndest things. He thinks that perhaps that his horse has got some sort of, like he called it, like a sixth sense of some kind, and that he can tell when bad things are passing through. But nothing's passed through. We've not seen anything passing through. And he says, no, it's not like that, but I don't know what he means. Either way, something bad's afoot in the woods. And well, we have a large supply of sheep that we do keep here in a flock in the village, and they seem to be getting thinner in number, and nobody seems to be knowing where they're going to.
I mean, we could try to help.
Yeah,
That
we
would
could go
be-
take a look.
That would be great. It would be quite wonderful. But do stay tonight too. I could put you up here in a room, and you could come. I'm going to be taking some of my goods to the festival this evening. We're having a bit of, it's not really a festival. It's more of just an outdoor event. But the three muses have come through. They've popped through a few times in the last several months. They are quite fun to watch, and everybody seems to have a good kick out of the entertainment that they provide. It's going to be a good evening.
What do they do? What are the
It's singers and dancers, and they tell good stories, and they seem to make everybody in good spirits, it seems.
As
I just
best I
like-
can judge, they are good. Too. Talak
Did-
and I
did-
ran into them.
Are you guys here?
What are you talking about,
Yeah.
Moss?
They're just like sitting really quietly in the corner as
they just- you just
Nadine's
hear,
like,
"Ding,
Wes
ding."
trying to
I like
be the party
slowly
face, and
turn
it's not
around,
happening.
Like, what the fuck was that?
I was not aware we were there. Oh, what?
You like
That's
just
crazy.
walk in. Oh, hey guys. Apparently, there's some magic Bruce Willis horse, and also
Who's that?
Is
Is that someone from the last town?
I
Is
believe
that
I've heard
like
his
when
name.
a
Yes,
priest
Bruce
just
Willis.
stares
He's one of the great heroes of Bastion.
really meant to say
I wouldn't know about that because I was in the woods.
No, I think his horse's name is Prince Scatty. I don't think the horse's name is Bruce Willis.
Maybe that's a different horse. Maybe the other horse is named.
Why would you give a horse two first names?
No, Kelpy, you're thinking of the horse's rider. The horse used to be
Well,
a race
our
horse,
horses'
Queensborough.
names are actually Bruce and Willis. That's where we got mixed up.
my
It's our
bad,
horses'
yeah.
names.
sorry, he's
Oh,
We
got
have
a
two
no.
man.
horses on a
That's canon,
wagon.
guys.
Got a danger sense in horse, and apparently there's a couple entertainers in town. Also, this guy makes fucking great food, man.
It's
We're
fine.
also gonna stay.
It's really good. It's so good.
That's
Oh, yeah.
wonderful.
How much
Nadine.
is that room gonna cost? I'm just gonna pay you now, so I don't forget about it, because I'm forgetful.
The room for the evening? Or if I just, do you guys all want one room together or separate rooms? I might be able to split you into two.
So you wanna have one or two, team?
We're all right with one room. Nadine's secretly fist pumping about having a sleepover.
I guess we'll do one room.
Oh, that's,
To
that's
save
fine.
money.
That's fine.
Very good. Well, then I won't charge you much extra. It's just 4 silver for the room for the night, please. That'll that'll be good enough.
I just
and
put down a gold piece.
well, here,
There you go.
I can get you some change, or
No,
actually,
no. You don't worry about that. That's more than okay.
no, all right. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Very nice. All right. Well, so about the sheep here. You'll see that kind of in the field out here behind me, just north of the gardens, back against the woods. There's sort of an open range where the shepherd's barn sort of sits off. That's kind of the region that we keep an eye on them. Maybe prowl about in the woods, but not too deep, and just investigate out there. I'd have a chat with Exeter too. If you want, he could just be, anyway, he's a strange fellow. Short of that, I don't know. Solving this monster problem, if you're not solved by it by the next morning, the gates will be open anyway, so your problem will be solved. So
We'll take a look. Thank you for your help and for the really good food.
it's no problem, dear. Stop by later. I'll have your rooms ready for you.
Okie doke.
If we could all have a moment, sort of turning away from Snakebite.
Oh,
Is there like
what's
a sort of
up?
like a lone corner? Like the.
We can go stand next to that weird quiet guy. He
We can
doesn't
include
seem-
him in our huddle.
No,
Hey, yeah, I look over. Hey, man, you wanna be in our team huddle?
He stands up at this point and just sets his mug down and folds his manuscript and tucks it into his jacket pocket and just
Okay.
walks towards the door and steps out.
Insight check.
Where
I
the
don't
hell-
trust him.
Go
I guess
for
he
it.
didn't.
All
he
right.
didn't want to be in our huddle.
What's my insight? +1.
This is
okay.
my insight episode. I'm gonna do an insight check too because I'm sussed. Oh well, that's a 5. Maybe not.
I got a 7, so no.
It's just a...
I tell you what, that sure was a person. He sure did have 2 legs.
He
you-
might even
yeah.
have at least an eye.
You see him step off, and as you're kind of huddling away to get a little bit of a private corner, you see Valuni hops up into the bar. He's just like, "Don't mind him. That's just Braden Woodcrest. He runs the lumber mill. He does most of the repairs around the village, but as you can see, he's a bit behind," and kind of points up to the leaky roof.
So do I have anything for that?
Nadine has decided that she loves Snakebite and will do anything to make this man happy. She's like, do you want us to talk to him? To see if is he being nice to you?
Can I use shape water to stop the leak?
No.
Okay.
You can make it look really cool though.
It was worth a shot.
Well, it says I can direct the flow of water.
But the rain is kind of let up at this
Oh,
point.
it's still
so-
raining. Okay.
Yeah, so it's really just kind of water on the floor, and you see Snakebite goes and grabs a mop from out back. He's just like, "No, this is just sort of what life is like now."
I love him. I love Snakebite so much. I love him.
I'm just walking around. Oh, because I don't have shoes on. It's just gross bar floor, but it's wet now.
Okay.
You don't have
Oh.
shoes?
It's
I don't
just
wear
sticky.
shoes or a shirt.
Moss, can you go grab
What?
Kelpy? He's
You
running
didn't
off.
know this?
I knew you like had like an open shirt. I didn't know you like were
Yo,
like no
I
service type of like apparel here.
I have only trousers and a straw hat.
I can't believe anyone serves you. It's like the whole like no shoes, no shirt shit. This is
It's medieval,
ridiculous.
bitch.
Fuck off.
I don't have shoes, shirt, or pants.
Alright,
We also have
Kelpy,
well,
Kelpy.
Moss.
Nadine,
What?
Nadine.
What's up?
I sort of do like the calm down motion, like the deep breathing. Let's go to the
Sorry,
corner.
my feet are sticky. It's gross.
It's all right. I have some news.
Mm.
Bring him over to the corner. First off, Nadine, am I having a lead on that creature that was looking for you?
Oh. Oh.
The horse that Snakebite was talking to you about. We came across that horse. I got the same feeling off of it. It's from the shadow.
Fey
found,
touched?
No, more like shadow touched. It had the same feeling as the horse that the Fae was riding. Exogen.
You don't think it's the same horse, do you?
No, it's not the same horse. Didn't look the same at all, but Exogen, the man who owns it, I feel like we could possibly convince him to sell it to us, and we could study it from there.
How much does a horse cost?
I don't know, but we already
I have a
to-
feeling if we take care of this monster problem, he might be willing to give us a bit more of a discount.
What if we did?
Monster problem?
Apparently, there's a monster
Well-
eating all the sheep. We're working on it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it might also be whatever killed that green dragon.
Oh,
Oh,
fucking hell.
yeah.
yeah.
My
I tell you what, if it's
I-
that, I think we just wait until the morning.
my theories are it could be another me, I guess, but different and something that could kill a green dragon. I don't think I could kill a green dragon alone. I don't think I'm.
I don't think you can kill a dream.
You got like a twin or something?
I don't think. No, not that I know of.
No, we said
But
another you, so
it could be another lycanthrope, or it could be that thing. One of those. Either way, I think it's worth looking after. He said to check over by the old shepherd's barn.
What time is it, by the way? Right now?
It's about midday, like 1 noon, something like that.
It would be easier to just wait till morning, Kelpy, but we might be able to get a bit more leeway on evidence and leads for a lot of our problems right now if we were to take care of this problem. And there's no better time to hunt a beast than the night.
Well, I'm just saying, if we see a dragon, then I think we just don't do that.
I agree.
You think we can't take a dragon?
I don't.
I
Depends on how
have
old the
been
dragon
knocked
is.
unconscious fighting everything I've ever fought in the past like
Kelpy-
2 days. I got knocked out by a mushroom.
That was unfortunate. I do
It
think.
was a few mushrooms.
I do think you should maybe stay behind me and Moss going forward.
I think part of it's just because I don't wear many clothes.
that could
they-
also be the problem. Yes, you don't wear.
I'm
very-
kind of
yeah.
of a bluish tint, so I'm just more of a distraction. So I'm more-
Anyways, I think we should go look for it because
I agree.
I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
Jim's. We don't know where he is. We don't want to lose any time getting to him, right?
We do have a lead, the Obsidian Tower, but
And the way we get to that is south.
that is very true. Getting through.
We
it
have to go.
sooner-
He said the
Us-
horse was sensing some like bad juju, so I don't know if that's our monster or maybe that's these weirdo evil dudes who took Jim.
No, Kelpy, hear me out.
Yeah.
If we were to take care of this problem, we would be able to get through the gate sooner, which would give us more.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. We can go take care of this problem.
Moss.
I don't see why we shouldn't take the problem if we can help out this village.
Seems to be settled on unanimously.
I
Go.
have a fantastic plan. for
What's your
how
plan?
I would love to hear.
We turn Moss into a sheep, and he just stands out there with the sheep until the thing comes.
That's actually a good plan.
It is a pretty good plan.
It's actually. Moss, how do you feel about this amazing plan?
You want to use me as bait?
I mean, I would turn into a sheep if I could, but I don't think I'm able.
I won't be able to do that for a very long time.
And she's like a dog or something, so.
Yeah, I think I'll do quite the opposite of helping, turning into, shifting.
Actually, Nadine,
Can you?
I've been meaning to ask, how good are you at tracking things? You seem like an adept hunter.
I could give it a shot if we find some kind of trace.
Alright.
I'm not sure if turning into a sheep is the right call here. What time of day normally would this happen?
Well, why
Well,
don't
no,
we go
not-
over there and look
Yeah,
first?
let's just go talk to who's the sheep handler? Talk to that guy.
We could probably go to Exitrin.
Well, I don't think they probably have. He said there, didn't he say there's a little guy over by the thing? Yeah,
I
don't
think
know.
we just go look over there
Yeah,
and see what we find.
So the flock is basically like they have the roam of the area, but they typically kind of hang out in the woods back north of the fields. So kind of like back here where there's a barn.
What if we just go talk to the sheep? They saw some.
Let's just go over there. Yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to the sheep.
Yep.
No, sure, yeah, we can. What?
Yes, let's do it. Let's go that way.
Go over there. We start walking.
Okay, let's go.
I just tell
I will
I'm
lead.
the
I will
dog.
lead this. I'll be in the front of the group, keeping an eye out.
What? Started walking first. That means we had like a weird little
Um,
speed walk race at some point in that.
Yeah, of course.
You definitely. You guys are always speed walk racing each other.
I will say specifically because of he's now becoming more and more concerned for Kelpy. I'll walk in front. I'm probably the best tank.
You always win the race slightly because I don't have shoes on. I step on a rope.
Literally have a faster movement speed than all of you. It's on my character sheet.
All right, where are the sheep at?
You can speak with the sheep.
Yeah. Wait,
they-
if you turn into something, can you talk to it? Like, can you
Oh,
speak
no.
cat when you're a cat?
I've never tried.
We'll have to test that sometime. Probably not right now though, because I can just do the easy thing and talk to the. Oh,
Oh,
I feel a sense of scenery has changed.
oh my god, what happened?
All right, as you guys make your way up behind the buildings, you come to a small barn that is currently kind of sealed up on the main entrance, and kind of a loose crossbeam of fencing divides the fields to the south to where the grazing area is to the north. And a small stream with some runoff from the woods kind of that eventually makes its way to the Willow Creek, kind of trickles along. And there's maybe 24 sheep kind of just roaming through this pasture here.
Think anybody's home?
We can always
Can
try.
we investigate or do perception checks?
Yeah, certainly.
Cool.
I'll.
Got an 18 perception.
I tell you what, I don't see anybody.
Why don't we try and knock?
That's a good idea. Knock on the door.
All right. In a moment's time, you hear footsteps come from inside as the kind of door latches are kind of rattled by a chain, and you just hear, "Hang on, just a minute." As a dwarven man opens the door, and you can see he's just kind of draped in very provincial, like peasant's garb, and has a pair of like shears in his hand. And he says, "Oh, hey there, Ando. I'm the shepherd here."
Well, hello. I'm here to talk to your sheep. I could probably have led that better. We're trying to find the thing that's eating the sheep, so my plan was to talk to the sheep.
Oh, did Snakebite send you?
Yes.
Yeah. He did.
He didn't tell me that he was sending a sheep talker. I didn't. That came out, and
I don't think he knew I could talk to the sheep.
I didn't.
You see, Kelpy here is a bit of a sheep whisperer. He's been around them his whole life.
I'm part of the AWU, the Animal Whispering Unit. I'm actually I hold up my medallion like it's a police badge.
It's true.
Make a
I've seen,
deception check.
Can I give him like the help action if I make a really funny lie right after this?
Sure.
You want deception?
I've seen him
you
work.
said?
I've seen him talk to those sheep like they were his own kin.
That's a 22.
Yeah, AWU, of course.
So unnecessary.
Come on in. Yeah, please.
Well, thank you.
They are
Associates of the AWU, you may enter.
Oh,
Thanks,
why, thank
boss.
you. Oh, thank you, leader of the AWU.
No problem.
Just wasn't really sure where all our tax money was going, but this makes sense. All right. So here, let me put these shears down, and I'll take you out this way. He leads you out into kind of this dim field, and under kind of the misty twilight of what should be high noon, maybe 1 p.m. at this point. There's a little bit of like heat and humidity in the air, but it's largely overcast. And you can see just kind of rolling throughout the pasture here, sheep of various ages. They seem to be well kept and cared for. Used to have about, I don't know, maybe a dozen more, and it's as if they've just been plucked up and disappeared. I've noticed a little bit of like a viscera, like a blood spattering, but no bones, no body. Typically seems to happen in the middle of the night.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, how about you go pick out your favorite sheep for me and I can talk to him?
Oh, that's Julius. Hang on just a second.
While he does that, I like under my breath cast speak with animals.
He goes and grabs a particularly fluffy and coddled sheep and carries it back to you. And it's
Does
just
it have
kind
a
of
bow around its neck?
it's just bleeding the whole way, and he's just fawning over it, petting it on its face.
I thought you meant like bleeding. I was like, what the?
No,
Like
it's not.
making sheep sounds, like bah.
Like with a
I'll
teeth.
play the sheep. Bah. Like that's what a bleeding is.
Yeah.
How
Alan.
about you leave the sheep talking to me?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, go ahead. Do your thing.
Associate.
Can I find a sheep that will? Can I find like a screaming
Junior
goat?
associate.
Find a
Nadine
what?
has problems with authority.
A screaming goat.
I want to
believe
find a
is what he-
screaming goat. Yes.
No
don't think
goats,
that goat's
just
here.
sheep in here.
Sheep do the same thing.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, I'll tell you if the sheep scream.
All right.
I guess you'll be able to hear it screaming sheep.
I've just always wanted
Or
to
were
see
you?
one.
Were we supposed to walk with him, or was he gonna walk back to us? I don't remember.
At this point, he's hauling a heavy ass sheep like back over to you.
I'll
Like,
meet him.
all right, here this is Julius. He's pretty docile.
Okay. Well, hello there, Julius, and I hold my thing up like a badge.
Talon like
I'm with
stealthily
the-
face palms in the back.
I'm with the AWU. I'm here to ask you a couple questions about the disappearance of your friends. You know anything about that?
It eats a little bit of cud of grass. Just nah. Or did you cast speak with animals?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So like, I missed that part. I'm just like, he's just talking to a sheep.
I was like,
I
wow,
love
this sheep-
D&D.
The sheep must be really dumb or something.
Oh yeah.
The sheep doesn't speak sheep.
Right. So,
It's worth it.
Julius just kind of gets a big mouthful of grass and is just like, oh yeah, yeah.
Do you did you see what happened to any of the disappeared sheep at all? Maybe see a creature or something that took them?
Yeah. Didn't listen.
What do you?
And got him. It got him.
What do they not listen to?
Good advice. Didn't listen. And it got him.
What did you you advised them? Did you know about the thing beforehand?
We all agree. We all agree on everything. We are good sheep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
And he wasn't. He tried to be an independent thinker.
Jesus Christ. So what took him?
The darkness took him.
Like, is that like a metaphor, or is it like literally a shadow?
Yeah, it was quite dark. Yes. And he
Okay.
was out past when he shouldn't have been. We all agreed that we should be inside at a specific time, and he tried to not be, and that's why he died, because he didn't go along with the group think.
Well, that I suppose that happens sometimes. Has this thing come every night? Can it get you inside?
No knowing when it will come, but when it does, it'll get you.
Okay. I'll tell you what, we're gonna try to get this thing. Did anybody see how it was? I'm presuming, unfortunately, killing your sheep friends. The method of death, perhaps. Like, can you give me more details about anything with this thing?
It took him and ate him.
Okay. Took him and ate him. I mean, it had to be kind of big to just eat a sheep like that.
It was a great big. Yes, it was great big.
Like, bigger than... Who's the tallest out of us? Telok?
I mean, I'm tall, but probably in Moss.
Nope.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, he's short. I point
Moss
at...
is tiny.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I point at Talok. Like, bigger than him, or...
Yes. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Bigger
That's
than
good.
him.
I'll
That's
wave
a
to the
good starting
sheep.
point. You guys hearing this? This is some crazy stuff.
I'm
No.
only
No,
hearing
what
a
are they
bunch of
saying?
bleeding.
You are the whisperer.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, okay, that you've been helpful. You got anything else you need to get off your chest at all while somebody can understand you?
You all really like to wear a lot of wool.
I don't have wool on. I barely wear clothes personally.
You just see Telok leading the Nadine. Yes, and this tunic is made of 100% sheep cotton.
Well, okay.
I would say my advice would be to keep the light on and to do what you're told and to all think the same thing, or you'll die.
Okay,
is-
I'll
that is
relay
good-
that message.
Good sheep logic.
Mm-hmm. That is, you're correct. Wow, I'll tell you what, I appreciate your time. I like try to shake the sheep's hand. I put out for a handshake.
It smells your hand as if you're trying to give it food.
Oh. I like break whatever snack I have in my ration off and give it the food. Alright, thank you.
It doesn't want that, whatever it is.
What do you want?
It just eats more grass.
Okay, that works. Okay, well goodbye now.
Julius is a dick.
It, tur-
Julius sucks.
it turns around and just openly makes waste and then trots off.
Telok will
Great.
go over to the nearest sheep, look it straight and kneel down, look it straight in the eyes. I'm sure the eyes are like going at different angles, you know? Wake up, sheeple.
I want to listen to see if it says anything to that. It's I want to fuck with him and see if it. I want to something with that. I don't know. Does the sheep say anything to that?
I think that you would see this sheep be like, what?
Is it doing? What is it doing?
Will
He's
slowly pet its head, staring right in its eyes.
Oh, that's nice.
okay.
Nadine's mouth is watering, so she just kind of backs up again. And just kind of
What was this gentleman's name again?
Ando.
Ando. All right. Well, sir, thank you for letting me talk to your sheep. I've gathered some quite useful information, and I think I have developed somewhat of a plan to help with your situation.
That'd be great here. Tell me, did Julius... Does he love him as much as I? Does he love... Never mind. Never
What?
mind.
No. What is the what's the question?
Don't worry about it. It's
Are you sure? I mean, I am
you know.
the animal whisperer. I'm here.
You know, we wonder if our pets love us as much as we love them. It's just don't worry about it. I don't need to
I
know
mean,
the
they
answer.
seem pretty content. They have like a weird like council, I guess. I don't. They like.
As
He loves you
associates,
quite a lot.
yeah, he likes you so much.
Yeah.
It's good to know. Yeah, it's good. All right. Well, so what's the plan? Did you get what you needed to know? Are you going to catch whatever did this?
Hopefully, I guess I'll fill everybody in here. So apparently, a creature of shadowy darkness that cannot go in the light is what has been taking things, and the sheep that disagreed with, I think he was calling it the group think of the sheep.
Like being
Like they apparently have a system in which they all agree on everything, and if you don't agree with them, then they think you're gonna die. But in this case, you did die, so it kind of had like a causation correlation thing. So they just probably think that if
Kelpy,
you don't
what's
agree
the
with the
point you're
group, you're
getting
gonna.
to here?
This thing is like a shadow, so it doesn't like light. It can't get them in the light. So we kind of know its weakness. It eats them, and it's bigger than Talok.
Oh, okay.
it could be a lycanthrope.
Could be.
It's a shadow.
Well, okay, that could be metaphorical sheep language.
I asked him. He said like literally doesn't like the light.
Well, it doesn't like the.
It said literal, like it was literal darkness.
Kelpy,
Yeah.
if you're in the light
Uh-huh.
and you look into the dark,
Yeah.
can you see any?
I mean, I guess
While you're
I
going
can.
with the
Yeah.
light?
I have that ability to do that. Yes.
Can a sheep?
No, the
I
answer is
don't
no,
know.
Kelpy. The answer is no. A sheep cannot do that.
Well, I don't know, man. If he could see enough to see the sheep being eaten, I assume.
Can I
he
roll a
could
nature
see
check to see if sheep have dark vision?
Yeah,
If
sure.
if Julius has.
That's an 11.
Maybe they can maybe see better at night. I don't know. Probably not.
It's not on their stat block.
Cool.
Anyways, that
The
gives
sheep
us a
do not have dark
plan,
vision.
and we can deal with this now.
I'd like to
So-
still inspect the surrounding area, like look in the field and
we can
shit.
still-
I rolled a perception check like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, did you? Got
Yeah,
it.
could I use that on like looking at the field, looking at like the blood spots, like stuff like that?
What was the roll?
It was an 18.
18. Got it.
I just really needed that to be utilized. I needed that.
All right. So we'll say under the branches of a large tree that has a canopy large enough to block a lot of the rain in the soft soil and rocks, kind of in the north edge of the pasture, you find half of a large footprint, and it is big and reptilian.
Would it? Sorry. Reptilian, it's my thought process is, and here's what I'm trying to thinking, and then I'm gonna, once I get to my conclusion, correlate that to the check that I'm gonna ask to do. I'm thinking either whatever killed the green dragon is what's killing the sheep, or it was previously the green dragon, and then something even bigger and scarier killed the green dragon. So can I do a check to see if these footprints are dragon footprints?
You could make a check for that. Yeah, make me a survival roll if you could.
Cool.
I feel like
That's a nat 1.
I feel like Talok might be able to look at that and tell you what kind of feat that is.
I might be able to, yes.
You're a scholar. You probably know.
I got a
stuff.
4 total, so.
Yes,
Mm.
I can attempt to do that.
Those are goose footprints. Got a
Maybe they're
goose
just
on
weird
there.
looking sheep.
Guy, if it's a goose, we should just run. We shouldn't engage.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not fucking with geese.
Okay, so somebody could make me a nature roll
I can do that.
up in that area as
I don't
well.
have Great nature.
Nature, mine, I have a pretty good one.
Okay.
18.
Hmm.
All right. So looking around in the undergrowth near where this footprint is, you can tell that not having a full print is causing a little bit of an issue. You guys aren't really able to deduce what the creature is based upon that. But looking at some of the nearby damage, as was described, there are like felled trees occasionally, like where these animals have gone missing. You see that there is some damage to some of the nearby undergrowth and foliage. And all of it looks as if it had been killed by like a sudden frost. As if like a quick cold snap had killed the plant and then it died days later. To whereas before, when you were along the trail, along the corpse of the green dragon, you had saw that like the bile and the corrosive nature of its makeup had basically like corroded and what would be the word, like almost like desiccated the plant life, to where like it's not the same. Whatever it was that caused these plants here to die and snap the trees did not breathe poison or corrosive gas.
So it's easy enough for Talok to assume that these are reptilian tracks. Is this a white dragon?
You wouldn't know unless you saw what it was.
All right. So I have your assumptions. All right.
But if it's a, I don't know, man, because they like that sheep seems super convinced that this thing was like a dark color.
In just to get it straight, the tracks that are in this field are reptilian.
The one track that you could find that has not been basically etched away by rain. So like, it's not like these tracks are from yesterday or the day before. Like this is a track that was preserved from the last time sheep were taken, which could have been a week or more ago. But the plant life itself is more of like the key takeaway.
All right. But the tracks themselves are reptilian in a sense. Or
Yes.
do we? Okay. Awesome.
Yes.
My assumption here this could be a dragon that would breathe more ice, but there's not anything to go off of here that could confirm that. All we know is that it's large reptilian and somehow there's ice here.
Okay.
We could go looking for it, but if my assumption is correct and this is a sort of dragon, sort of looks towards everybody, and I could be wrong, do we want to tangle with this?
Well, I mean, this thing was, I kind of was uncomfortable with the way the sheep were talking about the other free-thinking sheep, because the free-thinking sheep were the ones that were getting killed because they were outside, so the thing was like, okay, that's an easy target. And I feel like these sheep should be allowed to exist in a society in which they can use their free-thinking abilities and rights to do so. I feel we're
wonderful.
morally obligated to defeat this creature.
Oh, wow, Kelpy, that's... I agree completely.
Awesome.
If this is the path we're taking, I am not gonna be bait.
No, I
Can you
don't
turn
think...
me into a sheep?
No,
Nope.
No, that's...
Can you? Come on, man. You're the least likely to be eaten. You're
Kelpy.
made of
Kelpy.
rocks and stuff.
Kelpy, the spell you're asking us to do is quite a high-level incantation.
Does anybody have like a teleportation thing?
That is also a
maybe?
spell that requires a lot of training and practice.
Or do we? I just need to think of some way that, because if we take one of the sheep and we put it out, because I don't want it to die, because it they got
I don't think.
Now
we
that
can
is
use-
the awful thing about talking to animals is they become more humanistic. Therefore, I
sure.
feel worse when they are
I don't
used
think
for
we need to use
slaughter
bait,
and
Kelpy.
whatnot.
I don't think we need to use bait. I think we.
Well, they said it
follow
only comes when one of the sheep would go outside.
Yes,
at night.
but we could also follow the tracks. See if we can. Like I was talking to Nadine earlier, she could try to follow track the animal.
I think this is a better fight for us here. We put Nadine on the roof. We get this thing out in the open. I come out from the side, hit him with a little magic. You hit him with a little magic, and then we rough him up a bit.
I would probably rather hit him with my sword.
You hit him with your sword. I
We
hit
can
him with
try
some
to.
magic.
We can at least try to see somewhere. Like, could I do like a survival check or something to see if we could figure out which way this thing went after it left?
Yeah, you can make one survival tracking roll as a group, if you'd like to do that.
Like, you want us all to roll, or you want one person for the group?
One person can help, one person can roll.
I'll help.
Yeah, that's.
I have a +3 to survival.
I'll help.
I also have a +3. So.
Cool. I'll do it. You want to give me a help?
Okay,
Does that mean
yeah.
I have advantage or?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, you two do that.
Roll 1. That was bad. And 17.
Hey.
Throughout the area, you find several incidents of tracks and snapped trees, but they are separated by large kind of spots of like no tracks. This thing it's here and it's there and it's here and it's there, so it's either landing or it's moving in such a way to where like it doesn't have to be on the ground in the same place, you know what I mean? So like it's either jaunting around or it's flying.
Maybe
Damn.
it's got a really long torso and it's like a 4-legged creature. So it just takes really big steps.
Flying, you said?
Wow, this is getting worse.
I guess I don't really know if we have any leads. Yeah.
I mean, I tell you, I think we make a trap.
Kelpy, maybe you ask one of the sheep if any of them are free thinkers and would love to contribute to the cause of saving the rest of the sheep.
That's a great idea. I like. Yeah,
Before we get into this, assuming it's a
what?
dragon,
Yeah.
can we take a dragon?
I mean, I got a couple spells that are pretty good for temporarily crippling a foe. So like probably.
For once, I think Kelpy has a good point. Depending on the age of the dragon, of course. Dragons...
Wait, I could just talk to it.
Well, I mean, depending on how old the dragon is, it might be able to talk to you already.
Well, either way, you know, as the head chief officer, captain man of the AWU.
Of course. I have a question for you, Kelpy. Do you
yes.
want to walk up, face this dragon, and try talking to it?
I mean, I'll yell from a distance.
I just sort of look at him a bit incredulously. If it is a dragon,
not
it
for
can fly.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as I have time to react to him trying to eat me, you know, like if he just gets to reach over and eat me for free,
Kelpy?
that's no fun.
A mushroom, Kelpy.
Yeah, but I'm not that worried about it. Cause I got
How
y'all.
about we
Y'all,
have a team vote on this one?
y'all will back me up.
I think, Kelpy,
Listen.
you should take the back if there's a dragon.
Here's my
Listen.
thing. Here's my other thing. The reason we wanted to kill this thing is so we could get out of here early. However,
Yeah.
the gates open tomorrow morning, and if we're waiting up at night for this thing, it might be the exact same amount of time either way.
Yeah, but like think about Rattlechomp or whatever his name was that made us food.
Snakebite?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go, Snakebite. That's his
Balloony
name.
was it? Yes.
Think about the sheep. Think about
Okay.
Think about
okay.
Ando here.
Sure, yeah.
We're here for you, Ando.
Think about your
I
brother, Kelpy.
appreciate that, but perhaps you all should, regroup. It's midday and it's time for Julius to get his bath.
Okay. Good luck with that,
Okay,
Julius.
yeah, we'll go into town and then we'll come back. We'll think about it. Thank you for your cooperation with the AWU.
The AWU thanks you. Yeah.
I'll see you out. I'll look for you later.
As I go past him, I'll sort of tap him on the shoulder. Let us know if you see any dragons. Walk out.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? I immediately smack Taluk.
Ow.
I smack him upside the head. I don't care how much taller he is than me. I jump just so I can whop him on the back of the head.
Ando's stout form quickly swings the 8-foot door shut, and you'll just hear a gruff AWU's looking for dragons now. This is not a good time. I've got to get out of this town. As you are kind of making your way back out of that area and heading into Bleakwood. We are going to take a quick break here in just a minute.
Thank goodness.
What can you guys summarize, like, what is your intention here? So it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon in game. So what
do we want to do?
Yeah, if there's anything that I can help prep while we take our break.
Is there like a shop that sells anything that's not just common commodities? I'm not. That's not like super pressing, but I will at some point be looking, like, try to look for a shop if I have time.
It depends on what you're looking for. So, like, honestly, there may be some things that are for sale at either the lumber yard, which is sort of like a repair shop too. The Temple of Ilmater may have some things. Exitrans is sort of like a supply shop, but he depends on what you're looking for.
I am determined to solve this problem, and I don't like that I'm being told that I can't. So I want to find something that'll help me with that, whether it be armor or magic or a new weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Okay.
Kelpy gonna put on a shirt?
Honestly,
That's fucked up.
yeah.
That's
How do
fucked
I?
up.
Yeah, I never really thought about the implications if I still somehow get the AC for armor, even though I don't wear it.
What armor are you wearing?
I think I have leather armor on.
I just kind of imagined it's like the Kelpy chest, like just like it's like an opened vest, with
Yeah.
just a tasteful amount of Triton chest hair.
Tasteful.
I do know while we're here, I'm gonna want to stop and get some supplies and rations for whenever we get going.
Okay.
And then also I wanted to talk to the horse. Those are the two things that I wanted to do.
Okay. All right, we'll do that here when we regroup. We'll splash you here on the hold screen real quick, and I will be back here. I'm going to be back at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to take a bit of a longer one here real quick. I got to take care of something, and we'll be back here shortly.
I'm gonna throw us to the
Awesome.
intermission screen. We will be back, everyone.
Hey, Esha, you want to do the